Abhijit, what's cooking between India and Russia? We know Prime Minister Modi taking serious interest in resolving Ukraine-Russia crisis or playing a role in resolving that. He visited Russia in July, followed by hectic trips to Ukraine and two European countries in and outside NATO who want war to end. Mr. Modi may visit Russia again this month for the BRICS summit. But what surprised everyone in is the meeting one-on-one between the Russian President Vladimir Putin and Indian NSA Ajit Doval on September 12th. An NSA meeting the president of a superpower is extraordinary to say the least. Clearly, Mr. Doval had something to tell or discuss which cannot be conveyed through the NSA of Russia. What it could be? Only Russia-Ukraine. What is Indian NSA doing on Russia-Ukraine? Or there is more to it? Over to you.
So, what we're seeing right now is the exact opposite of what happened in the Nehru period. In Nehru's times, because we were a freshly decolonized state, we felt the need to poke our noses into everything, and we believed we had the moral authority to do that, or some great moral gravitas. And it didn't help us in any form or way.
We had a philanthropic objective to the world.
Nobody likes philanthropists. Nobody likes the Clinton Foundation. Nobody likes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Nobody especially likes the George Soros Foundation. Even despite being a Jew, there's a pending arrest warrant against him in Israel. He's the one Jew. Him and his son are not allowed to return to Israel. Well, if they do, they'll be arrested. So, nobody likes a philanthropist, especially not a beggar philanthropist, which is what we were in those days. It's a bit like a beggar going up to Nita Ambani's Rolls Royce, knocking on the window and saying, "Hey, Didi, ami tomake investment advice debo." It doesn't work that way, right? So, they decided to interfere in the Israel-Palestine, the partition of Palestine plan. And it was the only time the Israelis and Palestinians have ever agreed on anything was that the Indian plan was totally rotten and should be rejected. So that hurt Nehru's ego. He then tried to intervene in the North Korea, South Korea, the Korean Civil War. And even there, he ended up alienating everybody on all sides. This is completely the reverse. Here, we are doing the motions because we have been criticized for not being harsh on Russia. What we have done is we have shown that we're with everybody. We're going to visit Kiev. We're going to visit, Warsaw, which is probably the harshest critic of Russia in NATO, other than the three Balkan states. Sorry, the three Baltic states, not Balkan states. And within months, we visit Russia as well. Now, why was Ajit Doval sent? Because Russia is a much, much more important partner of India than Warsaw, than Kiev, than Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. So after the Russia visit of the Prime Minister, he went to Kiev and Warsaw. And at that point, he felt it necessary to send somebody high enough to brief the president that just because we visited does not mean we're taking sides. And this is what we discussed. Tell us if any of these, this is our intelligence assessment of and what terms they believe peace will happen. Tell us if any of this is acceptable to you. That is it. It was just playing courier boy, but it is called punching above your weight because people actually believed that, India was trying a major diplomatic push. And ultimately, in the world of diplomacy, this is the difference between the State Department and the Defense Department. Defense is always about delivery. State is always about tamasha. So foreign ministries are all about tamasha and being seen to be doing things. Defense is actually about doing things. If the Prime Minister asks the Defense Minister, can you bomb that or not? The answer is always yes or no. If the Prime Minister asks the Foreign Minister, can you improve relations or not? The answer is always, I can try. Right? So that's the primary difference. And in that thing, it was brilliant diplomacy going to Moscow and briefing Putin. Was there anything serious happening? No, because I think this government, both Jaishankar and Modi, understand what their limitations are. peace negotiations are a thankless job. Just to give our viewers context, if you're getting involved in a Mia Bibi ki dispute, a divorce dispute between your friends, you'll know by the end of it, the husband will also hate you, the wife will also hate you. They may get divorced, they may not get divorced, but you will end up becoming the villain of the piece. We understand that very well.
Exactly.
We understand that very well. We will not get involved in this. We will just make concerned noises. It's like calling up the husband and saying, "Oh my God, I heard, accept, is there anything I can do?" Of course, you're offering it purely just to find out gossip. You're not really doing it out of any goodness of your heart. And in the hope that he'll call you over for Ilish or Rui or Papda, whatever's in season at the moment. And then you call up the wife and say, "Oh my God, Shanti, I'm so sorry. What a horrible man. He did this to you." And you're hoping she'll call you over for some, I don't know, koshamangshoo or whatever, but you're not really interested in the fight. So that is the basic thing. We want to maintain good relations with everyone and not get involved in their fights.
Okay. So, Mr. The visit was basically to keep Mr. Putin in good humor. That
Yes.